Hi everyone, I'm Tatiyana, and where do I start? I'm a year and a half clean from heroin and crack cocaine, and I met AJ about 3 years ago, and from our friendship, I ended up running into or meeting her dad, and I remember I would come over here a lot because she really did try to help me through my darkest times while in active addiction. And it got to a point where she caught on and she couldn't do it anymore. It was that fight you get between enabling somebody and loving somebody, or having to distance yourself, hope and praying that they'll help themselves. So when things got cut off and I was over here one time, I was withdrawing from drugs that day and I was frantic. I didn't know what to do. And withdrawing from drugs is one of the worst feelings ever because it's not just physical, it's mental. All the things that you're trying to numb or cover up is starting to come back to the surface. So not only do you have to feel that, deal with that, but you also have to deal with the physical aspect of it. And it's a really hard pill to swallow, ironically. And so I contemplated and I contemplated, and I don't know how the thought came into my head, but I remember a conversation we had, or not even, it probably wasn't even a conversation we had, but I know that I've heard her say that her father didn't use a bank account. So therefore, in my addict mind, you plot things and try to think of a master plan. Okay, well, that means he's got to have money here somewhere, and I've got to find it. I've got to get well. I can't take this. And my conscience fought me and fought me and fought me, and I cried. I cried and I cried after I did what I did. But when you're stuck on drugs, addicted to drugs, and the devil's got a hold of you, it wins. And it's a really hard thing to deal with, that fight between what's right and what's wrong. So I didn't have to look hard. For some reason, I found it. I took however much I felt like I needed, and I made an excuse to AJ why I had to leave, and I was gone. That stuck with me for a really long time. It ate me alive, and I finally was able to get clean. And after I got caught up on some things and started getting my life together and got a better job helping other addicts with opiate addictions and whatnot, it was on my heart heavily lately to pay that money back, especially seeing and hearing the bad things that are going around. Like people that are naive with addiction and drug addicts, it's easy. They're easier targets, and I feel like that's what's been happening lately. And it's happening to good people. And I can't speak for other people, but I wanted to do what was right in my eyes and get it off my conscience, even though I'll always, feel some type of way that I did that to somebody. I can do what I feel like is best. The second next best thing. The first best thing would have been to not did it at all, but I did, and I can't change that. The only thing I can do now is to repay back what I did and ask God to forgive me for my inconveniences and my downfall from what addiction caused me to do. So today, I've been making payments, trying to pay it off, but today I just decided that I'm going to pay the remainder balance in full, get it over with, and I'm hoping that others out there that are going through this or has gone through this will see that no matter what kind of choices you've made, it's never too late to make amends and make things right and try to repair broken relationships and trust. And for the ones out there that are still going through it, your conscience will eat you alive. And I wouldn't suggest you do it. Find another way, or get clean. I know it's hard to do, but it's very much so possible. And just keep praying. Don't give up on God, because He hasn't given up on you.
People ought to know about this,
Yeah.
how honest she is. That's what I admire about her, is being honest. God will bless you, honey, for being honest.
Scoot over that
one of the commandments in the Bible. That whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there's no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where we go.
So she's wanting to pay you the remainder. Go ahead, Toddy.
Sure, thank you, honey, and thank you.
Go ahead, say something.
And God bless you, baby. Can I have a hug? God bless you, honey. I love your soul, honey. God bless you.
And I thank you guys for taking me in when times were so dark and not giving up on me, even though I did what I did. It was the hardest thing I had to do was to face you, or even tell her. But it was tugging at me.
That's the remainder of what she stole.
That's the remainder of what she. I hate to use that word. Stole.
Yeah.
She's just desperate for some money, and she took it.
Yeah.
And now she's returning it. You know, that's all we can say.
Yeah.
I don't like to call people thieves or treat people wrong. You're probably more righteous than I am.
Amen. Oh, bless your heart, Toddy. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, we sure do thank you, honey.
Thank you.